Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about a boxing match with an Italian woman boxer who quit after 46 seconds against a boxer who everybody says is a man. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell when you do. So, Rob, this situation is a little complicated as it is because this person is called intersex.
Yeah.
And that's similar to the Caster Semenya, who's a two-time Olympic champion, who is a similar situation where they have XY chromosomes. Anyone who has an XY chromosome is considered a male, and that's where they have really high testosterone level. So in this particular case, this particular person, and there's two boxers like this apparently, Aman Khalif from Algerian, this person flunked a gender test from the International Boxing Association, who does not make the decision on whether or not he can compete in the Olympics, but they didn't let this person compete in the International Boxing Association tournaments because the XY chromosome, they said, disqualified them. Mm-hmm. So apparently they've not described the genitals of this particular person. For Caster, that description is in Wikipedia, and that person has testes, but they're inside of her. So that is like an undeveloped male, essentially, is the way I understand it. But she ran as a female, and then eventually they said your testosterone level has to lower. You can't compete anymore. And so she couldn't compete in the last Olympics. And now she tried to qualify in the longer distance and didn't compete for this Olympics, Caster. But there's two boxers that have a similar situation. For some reason, they allowed in, Rob. And people are outraged.
Right.
And I don't blame them because that you just can't have a person with that much testosterone in an XY chromosome. It's a weird situation. But go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, it's strange. It's almost reminds of like the Austin Powers. That's not a guy. That's a man, baby.
Well, the person looks like a man, although there's a picture when they were younger, looked more like a girl. But got raised as a girl, despite the XY chromosome. But it's unclear. Well, like I said, what the sexual organs are of this person is, even though we have Caster, we know what it is because Wikipedia has a whole listing of it. So It's probably like an undeveloped male again, similar to Caster, and they just haven't released it. In fact, the genetic testing that was done for the International Boxing Association, they didn't say what the exact test result was. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, the International Boxing Association had a different result when the Olympic Committee decided to allow these two boxers in. And so what happened was they went to fight an Italian boxer. Got punched once, almost knocked off the headgear. The second time got punched in the nose, and we think the nose is broken. Right. And the Italian boxer said, it's the hardest I ever got hit in my life. And she was crying and quit, which I don't blame her, and said, it's not worth it. I'm not going to continue. So she dropped out after 46 seconds. And someone has to fight that boxer again, Rob. And the other boxer, too, that's also supposedly has the same condition. How this condition is so rare, Rob, but somehow they found two boxers that wanted to get in the Olympics.
Right.
And here's my problem, Rob. They have the option of boxing against men. Okay. So it's not like they're being discriminated against. They're not saying to them, you can't box. So it'd be unfair to them if they have some female genitalia or whatever, but if they have the XY chromosome, the male. But it's really unfair to the whole female population for them to compete as a female when they're really more male than female.
Yeah,
That's
to me, I don't get it. Why are they competing in a female events when they can just also compete in the male? And for them, it would be more more competition, right?
Right.
You actually could prove.
I don't know, Rob. That's the same thing. Now, these people that we're talking about are not transgenders. Okay, it's a different situation. I also object to transgenders competing against women, and so does almost everybody else. What's really weird about this, Rob, is probably 95% of the population, maybe 99% of the population, object to transgenders competing against women and girls, but yet somehow they're being allowed to do this, Rob.
And my like I said, my point is why. Okay, so you want to be, that's fine. That's whatever you want to be like. That's fine. But when it comes into sports, you want to say, well, I'm actually a woman and I get a chance to compete. Seems like you're wimping out. You're saying, well, I'll take the easy route I'll go compete against the women I know I can win against, instead of competing against men who probably might beat you.
Right. My problem with the transgender is that they didn't become a transgender to compete in sports. They did because they had a disconnect between how they felt mentally about their sexuality and what their sexual organs are. So my problem with that is, well, fine. If you have that problem, it's sad that you can't compete as a woman because you feel like you're a woman, but it's too bad. That's just the way it is. I feel sorry for him. I don't want to see anything prejudice against him. I think they
Right.
should have all the rights in society except for competing against women.
Right.
That's where I draw the line. And I think I'm pretty open-minded about this, and some people aren't as open-minded as I am, but I feel sorry for them. But that's unfair to the women. It's going to be unfair. It must be to one person instead of all the women in the world.
Right. I mean, you want to have it both ways. You're saying, okay, accept me for who I am, which we are, but then, okay, well then I'm going to go to this side instead of the other side, because this side is easier to compete with than the other side.
Right. And the same thing with these two boxers is, yes, I feel sorry for them that they're not 100% male. But as far as testosterone and XY chromosome, they are. And that's the determining factor, as everybody knows by now, even if you know a little bit about this, because that's where the testosterone gets you the strength that you develop through puberty and stuff like that. So they have a tremendous advantage. And it's going to be unfortunate they can't compete as a woman, even if they feel like a woman. But guess what? If it's unfair to one person, it's a lot better than being unfair to all the women in the world. It's the same situation that we got here, transgender and XY chromosome situations with males. And that's why people are outraged, because almost no one agrees with it, but somehow they're being allowed to do it.
Yeah. Well, this is the most woke Olympics I've ever seen. Started off that way.
Rob, I saw the Last Supper picture and I said, what are you doing? First of all, what does that have to do with the Olympics? What does religion have to do with the Olympics? So it wasn't even necessary to do that. And then when you did, you insulted a bunch of Christians.
Right.
And so I don't understand that and why that was part of the opening ceremony. And I know why people are upset about it. It's totally unnecessary.
Yeah, to me, I was like, what does this have to do with athletics?
And what's going to happen now, Rob? These other women saw what happened to this Italian woman. Would you want to get in the ring with that person, or you just forfeit?
Yeah, you're going to forfeit.
And these women train their whole life to be in the Olympics. And they have to fight against what essentially is a man. That's not 100% man, but it's more. If it's more than 50%, you got the XY chromosome, you got the testosterone level. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Go compete against men. You want to, we're not saying you can't box.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's saying this except for the people that allowed him in. That's what kills me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go compete against men and see how you are.
So it will be interesting to see if they both win gold medals and whether people forfeit against them, or whether, I don't know, there's the committee changes their mind because of people protest or boycott or whatever. But right now there's an outrage going on, Rob, and it's pretty disgusting. I felt so sorry for that woman.
Yeah.
I don't see her as a quitter at all. I see her. She got brave that she went in the ring in the first place.
Right.
And I feel sad for her, Rob. It really is. It's really a sad situation. I really feel for the woman that has to fight these two boxers next. And okay, so I guess that's all I have to say. I did some research on this. It's very complicated. It's a rare disorder, but at some point you have to draw the line, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And this is awful. It's disgusting. I can't believe the U.S. Olympic Committee allowed them to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
International Boxing Association, which is usually a poorly run organization, had their brains in the right place for once.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, let us know what you think down below. I don't think too many people are going to disagree with us, but let us know what you think down below. Make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. And I'm pretty sure about this, Rob, because I actually talked to my brother, who's a biochemist and knows a fair amount about this. And I'm pretty confident I got the description right about what it is. Again, we don't have an exact description on these
people. The whole thing, we're not saying you can't compete, but at least compete with somebody who's equal to you. I mean, they're not even equal to your ability. Go fight some men and see how tough you are.
And if you want to compete against women and you're transgender, then you have to transition early and lower your testosterone level if you want to be able to compete. Otherwise, it's very unfair to the women.
Right.
And most of them haven't done that. That's what the whole objection is.
Mhm.
So anyways, you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And we're going to go live today, Rob, 2 to 5 Eastern time. So, and we're going to have some preliminary events in the track and field and the 10,000 meter men finals, and then 3 swimming finals. So look forward to that. You can join us. And our normal live show is 6 to 8 Eastern time on Mondays. But we won't be doing that because of the Olympics on this Monday coming up, and we don't do it during major holidays. So if you want to donate to this channel, you can through Super Chats down below. And also you can donate through PayPal, the link down below. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.